Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Phoenix Point, Complete Edition. We haven't looked at this before, well not complete at least, but I'm a big fan of this game and I like to come back to it probably, once a year just to shout it out, let people know it exists. So we'll be doing a bit of a broad overview of this, and if people enjoy it, we can do more episodes and go a bit deeper. So I'm on the Steam build. If I were to go new game, you can see we've got Corrupted Horizons, Chaos Engines, lots of DLC. I think the last thing we looked at was Festering Skies, so there's been a bit come along. So what is this? Essentially, if somehow you don't know, Phoenix Point is an XCOM-like game. It's very, very heavily inspired by modern XCOM. However, this has a lot of people involved from OG XCOM, the guys that actually invented the game back in the day. They've now come back, created this, which is their sort of vision, but with the modern sort of advancements that we've seen in like XCOM 1 and 2 and War of the Chosen, that sort of stuff. It's very distinctly different in the theme. This is very much like Eldritch horror, or well, yeah, I suppose you could say Eldritch, but it's probably better to say cosmic horror. Whereas I guess the other XCOMs are a little bit more campy these days, right? Definitely not quite as scary. This is leaning much more into the horror element. It does a few things different. Does it do anything super better? Well, that's going to come down to personal tastes, but it's not going to topple the king, which is, probably XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is the top of the pile. What I'll do is, because I just tried to start a new game then, and for whatever reason it didn't play the cinematic, I want to watch this, which is the first cinematic.
What may be the hottest here in
Give you an idea of the setup.
Scientists have recorded radical changes to the permafrost in Antarctica.
The Pandora virus, a so-called giant virus with the largest genome size ever recorded.
The crabs also display increased aggression, even towards larger predators.
That's not good.
Striking new weather anomaly has claimed many coastlines around the world. NASA is examining these clouds to figure out...
We've detected large amounts of an organic composite. So far, the sample doesn't match any of the DNA records we've compared it with.
We all saw it. Those creatures coming out of the sea on that oil rig.
The president has declared a national emergency.
It's obvious that what we're dealing with here is a biological weapon. As of today, we are at war.
It's taking their minds. I saw them walk right into the sea. Thousands of people. Thousands.
That's crazy. See, that's the horror.
But the city is dead. The roads are broken. You must join one of the havens. Do not attempt to survive on your own.
So it's not super overt, but I've pieced it together over the time that I've revisited it. Let's start a new game. We can skip the tutorial. Promotional skins, I don't know about that. Get rid of that. But and yeah, interestingly, God, I can't remember if I did this on the recording I just started. If you go, I'll do it again anyway. You go in here, random soldiers outfits ticked. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing, so nice. So we've turned that on. Anyway, new game, turn off this promotional stuff. Veteran sounds good. Start. It'll take a second to load. Yeah, so essentially we've had an apocalypse in this game, and that's already in the sort of world past. Phoenix Point is a sort of a scientific amalgam, an initiative on a world scale, and they sort of have a bit of a spotted past because...
The Phoenix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945.
What's with the hitching game?
The Second War to End All Wars was over.
Oh, here we go.
But there were those who understood that we could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires.
Yeah, right.
For a time, the Phoenix Project successfully navigated the political conflicts of its era.
Yep.
That was our golden age.
Yes.
Phoenix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries. Even the heavens were not off limits. But out there, on the far side of the moon, began our downfall.
Yes.
The failure of the Phoenix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory.
Yep.
When the Pandora virus woke up, we should have been the first line of defense. When huge clouds of mist appeared over the sea, when people started vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And when those people started coming back, changed, hostile, alien, we should have been ready to fight, but we failed. The ecosystem started to change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sanhedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the
Disgusting.
disciples
Idiots.
of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological change. At war with the world and at odds with each other, these factions cannot find a way forward. Now the mist is returning and armies are rising from the sea.
Yep.
Without the Phoenix Project, humanity will fall.
Oh, so you reckon?
It's time to rise from the ashes.
Oh, very Phoenix-like. Well, there you go. That helped me explain the setup because I actually find the setup really rich and really interesting. So essentially Phoenix Point is an organization of yesteryear. They have a spotty past. They fell out of repute. So you're dealing with this more modern gaming trope of technology lost, right, to time. So you're rediscovering tech, which is cool because it's a good vector to say here are concepts and ideas that, in reality would probably take centuries to develop, but they are developing in game because it's more that you discover them and discover how to use them. It's a cool way to tighten the tech loop that you see in games. I guess that's why we see it more often. So we've already had an apocalypse with this mist crap came out, turned everyone into like these sea monster things, and then it pissed off, but everyone was turned into, it was sort of like created a Mad Max scenario with these factions, and now we're on a second bout of this outbreak happening again, and that's where the game sort of starts. So it's kind of miserable, but kind of interesting. Anyway, very similar to XCOM. We've got one Phoenix Point base, and that should already have a whole bunch of cool, interesting stuff in there. Lifts, living quarters, storage, right? But you can build more things, but honestly, I don't think we really care to at the moment. We'll build more in a reactive way. Research is only really one thing we can do here. Atmospheric analysis. We've managed to connect to some of the remaining weather satellites. We should use these to assess the extent of the new mist outbreak, right? So then we'll be able to monitor the global mist level, which is the doom timer in this. The game has changed a lot over the years. The way that you scanned the planet was different. Even the doom timer was different. It used to be a psychosis thing where like once it gets to X level, like it sort of was a representation of the cosmic horror level in each person's mind. Interesting, but they changed it. We've got geoscape, bases we looked at, personnel. Oh yeah, how do you guys look? Hey, okay, so they've shuffled up the color schemes. This is, yes, good. What a great button. Oh man, that's disgusting. I love it. So there's our starting boys. Got our Air Force. This has all been implemented in a recent patch as well. I think it might have been Festering Skies. The planes weren't so front and center, but this is essentially our transport vehicle. Research we already looked at. Manufacturing is exactly that. Some things like ammo you can instant build. Other things like guns and armor you have to put in the queue, and you can turn down the timer by building more facilities. Diplomacy, not really relevant just yet because we haven't contacted anyone. So to get the ball rolling, you want to go and move to one of these areas. That's our sort of flight range, and then we'll explore. Okay. The Poison Within, Akkad. The disciples of Anu, Haven of Akkad, a mutated worm infested, at this place, a mutated worm infestation is causing serious problems. The locals had placed their hopes in the Taxiarch Nurgle, must be a title, the disciples' greatest military hero, but Nurgle is said to be fighting a series of pitched battles against the Pandorans, and has been unable to help. We could eradicate the infestation ourselves, helping the Haven and creating a good first impression with this faction. So look, what this is a faction contact quest. The 3 factions have them. You essentially do this, and this is how you can now interact with them. Everything's pretty much ready to go. Dude's already in the car, and then we'll deploy. The 3 factions are, if not interesting, they're radically different from each other. The main one is sort of just about human primacy. So they're very much just destroy. They are the human spirit at the core, whereas the other 2 are sort of more radical theoretical. Sanhedrins are dickhead modernists that think non-hierarchical bloody peace communes are the way forward, which to me, I won't bang the drum. You can check any of my old episodes. I hate them, and I think it's kind of dumb. It strikes me so strange that in the face of apocalyptic war, and like on a scale we've never seen, that you would try a bloody think tank ideological project such as, you know, a pacifist colony in a way, right? Very, very dumb, very stupid, but it probably appeals to dumb and stupid people. So that way, everyone's covered, I guess. These guys are disciples of Anu. I find interesting, while not necessarily who I'd lay down with, where they're sort of trying to embrace the Pandoran virus as the next evolution in humankind, right? So they're sort of trying to tap into the mutations and work with them and live with it, because I suppose, through a certain lens, that's how evolution works. We change. We aren't the same as our ancestors, and this could represent the next step forward. So I at least understand their motivations. They're interesting. Anyway, so we need to find these bloody fireworms. What we might do is, I should have a jetpack troop, a heavy dude. This one. And there's usually a crane. So this first level is kind of fixed. So what we might do is just jetpack up here. Oh wow, they've sped up that animation. Look at this, you can see everything. Bonza. Alright, hang on.
Rolling.
Oh, you can see that one as well, can he? Okay. Well, hang on, if you can see it, how come I can't fight it? Whatever. So one of the sort of gimmicks of this game is the way that the aiming system works. You can just go shoot, but you can free aim if you mouse wheel in, and you can aim on different body parts. Now it's a bit different with these poison worms because they only have one body part, but you'll see when we verse like human opponents. It is a lot of the times just a gimmick. It is about projectile point detection as opposed to just a dice roll. The 95% chance to hit of XCOM. This is line of sight, bullets, sort of physics in a way. So like if you try and shoot through a wall, it will hit the wall. There's no chance that it doesn't go through it or it clips it or whatever. But then through that you can shoot out walls and terrain and all that sort of stuff as well. So it's definitely different. Is it better? And it's not worse. It's not better. It's just different. Anyway, if you go shoot. But more often than not, because of the game and how much you're playing it, you probably just get into the just shoot center of scene mass like I did just then without aiming. And that's why I call it a bit of a gimmick, because that's how it feels after a little while. There you go. So we don't want these bloody worms getting close, I can tell you that much for free.
Operative on the move.
So what we might do is go Overwatch. Overwatch is very different as well. You can hold control and you can mouse wheel it in and out. So you can make a really wide arc. So maybe you only want a certain dude holding a certain narrow area.
Moving to coordinates.
This is a sniper, which pretty much needs all 3 points to shoot. So they move slowly from the back line. Poison worm. Yuck. Here we go. Yeah, zapped. The engines come along in leaps and bounds. My God, in the early days it was rough, and it took a very long time for it to steady out. Uh-oh. He's getting close. That's not good.
Oh!
Oh!
On my way.
Scratch one.
Now this guy has like a cannon. If you zoom in, you can see that's How does this work again? 50% of their shot will fall within the center circle, and the other 50% will fall outside the other one, right? So that's how far your random factor goes. Now, because this is like if we were to go to someone else's weapon, or the sniper rifle is a great example, you can look how small and accurate the circle is in the scheme of things, right? So that's where your precision of shot comes from. So we're kind of trying to snipe people with a fucking cannon here, so yeah, it worked. I think it used to be a single shot as well. They changed it to be triple shot but lower damage. So like I said, a lot of changes over time. You're poisoned for 40. I don't even know what that means. I can't remember how poison works. But I think it's probably safe to say that if we finish the mission, the poison won't matter so much.
Anything that moves, dies.
Oh, that's no good. Don't move then. Wait, enemy spotted. Oh, there. Can't see it though.
Already there.
Let's go with that. That might work. Alright. Oh, that's lucky. I didn't see him. Unless that was the other one, he just got close for. No. They're bloody all over the place, these little worms. How much? 40 damage, holy shit. Alright, this guy's on a bloody short lifespan at the moment. Really? Really? Okay, this is not great. That guy's gonna have a go. I have concerns about my poison, dude. So I don't believe I have any med kits at this point either. This might be the last guy. Oh god. Hopefully.
Scratch one.
Yep, we're done. Alright. Cool. She's old mate's in the hurt locker, so we might have to drop her off back at base and leave her to heal. So depending on the buildings you got, like there's a med facility and that will heal, I don't know, 2 health per tick, whatever. Then you can build up a bunch more of them as well. So you could potentially repurpose one of your Phoenix bases as more of a medical center. Yeah. Or the other ones is like, I think there's like XP ones. There's fatigue as well as health, so you have to manage that.
When we encounter a potential ally, we first send the apostle to the Onceborn to check them out.
Sure.
But I'm going to break protocol to say thanks.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Now listen, I'll be honest with you. The Exalted is the only one who has any real answers. Tobias West may be clever and Sanhedrin may sound great, but only the Exalted is dealing with the world as it actually is.
Yeah.
She can lead us out of this mess. Give us lives worth living.
Yeah, look, I can respect that. We'd like to know more. Sure.
If you want to work with us, you'll still have to deal with the
So we've got food, which is used as a recruitment currency.
To the Onceborn, to the Keeper of the Threshold, all the way up to the Synod of Yearning and the Exalted herself. That's hard work. You'll have to earn the knowledge you gain.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But trust me, it'll be worth it. And if the Synod gives you trouble, let me know.
Okay, I will. So that's their haven on the map. We could attack them if we're feeling a bit, you know, stupid. None of this really makes a huge difference, well, you know, as in interaction-wise. But functionally, these all contribute to how much power it has and the population that it has as well, right? Starvation per day. Oh, that's not cool. Underfed population. And there's no mist over it either. Okay, cool. So, again, that Sheila got bashed so bad. So we're gonna go personnel and go Christina. We're gonna transfer you to Phoenix Point. Now, we can recruit from the colonies, and something that they patched in recent times was the ability to recruit from base, but we don't seem to have access to that here at the moment, and I wonder why. I thought that there was a tag there. Maybe they patched it back out. Who even knows? 2 experience points. Yep, cool. We should have a medical facility here. Let's see. Medical bay, right? And you could look here to go. What does that look like? Here we go. Oh, it's the bottom one. All soldiers at the base will recover 4 hit points per hour for each facility. Right, so Christina's in safe hands. Okay, let's go over here. But Synedrian, they're not Synedrian. We could potentially recruit from these colonies as we discover more. It's just that that particular one doesn't have such capacity. So our journey continues. Okay, so we're at a new Jericho one. I won't get bogged down in this, but they're the other sort of main faction that I like. What's happening is there's like a mental break going on amongst their soldiers. So again, Cthulhu-y, eldritchy, cosmic-like. They're having waking dreams, dream problems, and mental issues on some sort of different plane. So these guys are going ape shit, and we have to put them down, basically. Off we go. So you can see people have all got a bit of stamina loss, which will affect their action points, I think. Which is good. It stops you from abusing A and B teams. I think it's something that was introduced in like the Long War mod, which I never got around to playing. I keep meaning to because I really like Terra Invicta. Beware of Siren's psychic scream. It reduces willpower. Send your troops into panic. Yes, so that's another thing. But you've seen that in XCOM as well. The whole willpower management. Just to make sure your dudes don't go bloody loopy and go off the reservation. All right, let's squeeze this mission in as well. Have a bit more of a look. But yeah, Phoenix Point, it's a great game. It's a big investment, big plate spinning simulator. I don't know how else to call it, but you know, that's sort of the beauty of the XCOM games, is just sort of getting swamped. You've got 10 different things to choose from. You can only choose one, and it's inevitably going to be wrong. And I find that kind of stress to be fantastic. I don't like the idea of being master of your domain, you know, playing the game on, you know, like people that play colony games into the ground where they take over the entire world map and have 10,000 wood in storage or whatever. It's like, no, you should never be comfortable ever. You should always be stressed. The second that you've conquered the game is the second the game's failed you. All right, again, this is kind of a fixed base for this first scenario. They're usually procedural. What we might do is try and get our sniper right around to the front door. Again, I've played this mission a couple of times, so kind of used to it. See if there's anyone in that window. Nope. Nope. Don't do that. We'll put Mr. Jump Jet up here. Or Miss, sorry. Lady Jump Jet. I can see that bloke.
Be right there.
Alright, that's all I can see at the moment.
Advancing. On my way.
Oh, that's right. We're kind of down a dude. What I'll do is I will Overwatch in case they come barging through that door. Here comes a bloke downstairs. Or he's on that landing at least.
I'm on the move. Hostile.
No, you can't see him. See, the jump pack uses 3. You can drop down with this dude. And I suppose you could potentially melee someone. Bugger it, I'll do it. Hello? Hello there.
Oh!
Yep. Oh, have another one. Get bashed, mate. Oh, there's someone down here. Interesting.
On the lookout. I'll be right there.
I'll set up a little field. No. I pressed mouse wheel before I held control. Okay. What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Oh, right in the head. Holy shit. Oh my god, she's getting messed up. Uh-oh. She might die. Oh, you're definitely gonna die. Gonna bleed out next turn. So I made a misstep there. That could be just because I've had really bad luck or my balancing is off, but these tank dudes used to be pretty jacked. And the fact that I've lost my tank dude straight away that's pretty fucking bad. If you were a soft person, you'd re-roll the campaign. That's not what's going to happen here. Look at now, what's going on here? I can't see when I zoom in there, but apparently... See, so that's not... Still has its issues. I couldn't manually zoom in because my character hadn't poked out. And then they got stuck in a canned animation. That was very strange. I mean, I guess I could try and slip a grenade out.
Let's get this done.
Nice. Get wrecked. It's kind of tough. I might give ground here. Oh, fuck, I was hoping. Oh yeah, I could probably see him through the window. Maybe? I don't know. Put you there. Where are you going?
Action. I see them coming.
Fuck. I was hoping I'd catch him through that window. Oh, look at this. Right in the scone. He's on Overwatch, but I don't care. Oh my god, really? That's not great.
Moving to coordinates. Identifying target.
Oh yeah? Right in the bloody face. This is why the heavy had such a problem. Oh my god, that's pretty brutal. Yeah, see, there's not a lot of cover up there. Hey, might be able to see this bloke that's out here.
My turn. Take this.
Oh yeah. In particular, so they've got all like body part armor as well, which contributes significantly. You can see it getting damaged on their little marker.
Enemy killed.
See you, mate.
Let's roll.
Go up there. Got willpower. I think there's certain areas of the map, if you control them, you get your willpower back. Let's try for here. Nope. Can't get me, can't get me. Bugger, it's a shame I got the heavy killed, but whatever, you live, you learn. Like I said, they used to have like a single shot gun, and I think their melee was way more powerful, but you could just really fucking bully the team with the heavy dude, but the fact that I just got dumpstered so easily means, I doubt it's that I'm misremembering, and more that it has in fact changed. Fuck this dude, he's hiding, he knows how to hide.
Holding position.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so these guys have an ability called return fire. My guys haven't unlocked it yet. But it's like if they get shot at within a certain range. I don't know if I can overwatch downstairs. Let's find out. Nah, he's not interested, he's not moving. Oh, fuck you. Guess we're gonna have to flush him out. Bugger it, I'm just going for it.
Ready
right
to
in the
engage.
bloody face. Yeah. It's good that AI is not stupid.
Moving to coordinates. Taking aim.
Hello. Yep, I think you're probably not going to be able to resuscitate that bloke. Fuck him. Oh, okay, well there you go. Bit of a hiccup from a start, but that's okay. That's part of the process. Okay, no good. Now, we do get their gear back and that'll go into storage. Don't even get me started on the looting system. It's gone through so many different readjusts, and currently it's the most generic and the best. Previously you had this weird fiddly backpack management bullshit, got to go around and pick up stuff on the map, and it was just dumb. It was so just not fun. Whereas now, basically, you just get the gear from the map and it gets put in your inventory. That's basically it. Anyway, so Phoenix Point, I hope that gives you an idea of what this game is about. I think it's pretty brilliant. However, if for some reason this is the first time seeing it, well, I'm not going to say you should avoid it and play XCOM, but just know that the modern XCOMs are probably the more polished. There's a reason that they're the ones heralded in high regard. However, I don't know, maybe playing this first would be if we could all do it over again, playing this first and then the better XCOM second would probably make the most sense. Anyway, there's a lot of value here. There's an interesting story, and then as the mist starts to take over and you have to deal with the more horrific fucking mutated monsters, because there's a whole mechanic that they have different mutations depending on their geolocation and your behavior. There's a reactive thing as well. So the type of monsters that come out of the ocean here are going to be radically different to the ones that come out of the ocean here. So they actually do have this difference depending on their location, but also depending on what is effective against you. They might start bringing grenade launchers or heavy machine guns because they've got different modular arms and heads and that. So it does have this reactive component to the way that you engage them. So there's so much depth to this game, but sadly there's only so much that I can cover in one video. So, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you want to see some more team. Otherwise, I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.